y'all know what it is. Nightmare is over.
It's over.
Yeah.
All the questions have been answered, man.
We getting there. We working. We working. We down here working. We ain't talking. We ain't got no chain on nothing. We down here to work.
Talk about it.
Let me talk about it. Let's go.
Hi, Smith. We here on the University of Miami campus. What's going on?
Man, enjoying myself being back and figuring things out. I kind of know where to go. I'm just trying to get my foot in the door, understanding college football again. And it won't take very long. I understand the basics and what we're trying to accomplish at the University of Miami, which makes it easy for me. And so right now I'm just sitting back, observing and watching. And it doesn't change the time. It's hard work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we have to get the message to at the University of Miami. We have to get the message back that we can still do this.
Mm-hmm.
We can still dominate college football. We can still play for national championships. We can win the ACC. That's my message. That's what, when I talk to kids, I only talk about excellence. I don't talk about yesterday. Who cares what I did? It doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's about right now. It's about today and understanding the same process that it took to win in the past never changes.
Right.
It doesn't change with time. It's hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And commitment.
Yeah.
And willing to sacrifice. Those things is what is going to get Miami back to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
My name is Chase Smith. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida, and this is Edge, the best tasting energy drink on the planet.
Yo, listen, man, we're about to get this thing popping. Y'all, let us know where y'all from in the comment section below. Let us know where y'all from, man. A lot of recruiting fireworks going on, man. I'm gonna bring my boy Coach Hayes in here with me, man. X should be showing up soon, man. A lot to talk about, man. A lot going on. So y'all just let me know where y'all from in the comment section, man. We're gonna get the thing started in a little bit, man. That was a little snippet of the Highsmith interview. It's released. We released it, but it's released for the members. If you want to become a member, just click the join button. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about the join button, how you become a member, which I've said a billion times, but I said we're gonna say it again, and we're gonna keep emphasizing how to become a member. But let's get this thing popping, man. How we usually get it popping from the beginning. Let us know where y'all from in the comment section. Cause we like to see how far out we're spanning across this thing.
Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely, you do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Do you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No. Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person you ever played?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this. Nobody. He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
So I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties. And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the range. He's playing like, you couldn't say like in the box, but like the striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's going to just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's going to be easy.
That's what's
So
up.
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're going to he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the line, the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's
just him helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's it. That's him playing chess with the team. I told him to
Yeah.
get. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play, then you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like the tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't touch you, like.
Yeah, like they did.
Explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim move or something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what this nigga shit. Big time players step up in big games. All the criticizing and all that is over, baby. Big time players step up in big games.
Boy, y'all should see me back here, boy, doing a thousand things. We on Instagram, we on Twitter. I mean, it's just going down. It's going down. Listen, man, we're gonna bring my boy Coach Hayes in here in a second, man. Coach Hayes in the back. Coach Hayes in the back chilling, man. Have y'all heard the news, man? Yesterday, Rueben, number 2 running back in the nation, commits to Louisville the other day. Now you get Carnell Tate to Ohio State, and then our local wide receiver, Brandon Inniss, who him and Carnell Tate was number 1, number 2 wide receiver nation, both commits to Ohio State. We'll get into all of that. University of Miami pulls in 2 tight ends. We got some Nyckoles Harbor updates on him at the Legends. But first off, 786-405-9499, man. If y'all want to be a part of IOD Squad, we did our thing this morning, man, with Tesla. Shout out to Elon Musk, man. They had interviewed Elon Musk this weekend, and they was just like, hey, listen, everybody's coming up with a electric car. How do you feel about the competition? Elon Musk was like, dang on. Competition. What competition? Nobody's Tesla, dog. Nobody's Tesla. So we was in the Tesla play from last week, man, and it bust out. If you had one Tesla contract, let me see if I can get this in here. If you had one Tesla contract, man, you made $3,200. If you had one Tesla contract, you made $3,200. Just one. So even the up and down market, bro, listen, you can still make money. Our stock hit its first take profit. Our stock play with Coin, COIN. Coin is down 300% or whatever. We got it at $50. It hit its first take profit. So if you want to get down with that, man, 786-405-9499. And I'll link that for you guys, like I always say, inside the comment section, so you can just click the link. But a lot going on, bro. It's a lot going on in recruiting. It is that time. These kids are out here on the road. They're on these visits. These coaches are basically, yeah. I mean, they get to talk to the coaches. Coaches start pressuring them. I mean, it's real pressure now, though. I mean, it's pressure now. It's like it's not fake pressure. we talk about real pressure now. It ain't. Yeah. It's real pressure. Is because you got the transfer portal, you got other guys trying to get in. I mean, it's a lot going on now in recruiting. Get my boy Coach Hayes in here, man. Like I say, X should be showing up in here some point in time. Hayes.
Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers.
What's going on? Hayes can talk. Hayes, remember the main ones, can talk to us about it. These coaches done got on the road in these buses with these kids. They go into these schools, and these commitments start flying. Hayes, don't they?
All day, boy. That's what time it is. You see, you actually brought up a valid point, man, one time about how these kids started to click up. You know what I mean? One of these two guys on the same, when they part of the Power Rangers or something.
Express. Power Rangers. Please don't say that, because the other two Power Rangers was Ray.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And,
South Florida Express. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, funny thing is I was online, not online, I was on the phone right before, you talked about coming on. Right. So when you called back again, I was like, I'm on the other line. I was talking to my man Dom that I do the Coach Me Coach podcast with. And, he a big Ohio State fan. So he was talking to me about the video I dropped yesterday with I keep wanting to say I keep wanting to say Marty McLean because I just dropped that today.
Carnell Tate. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Carnell Tate. And while we talking, he like, Coach, I just got a message. Brandon Inniss just committed. And that's when I called you and said, hey, dog, this dude just committed right now.
Just committed. I looked at I went and looked at our the group me. We got like 140 people in there. They had just put it in there. I was like, whoa. Talk to me. So what he said, how you feel about it?
Nah, he was like, golly. And what I told him, I'm like, bro, I don't know what in the world Brian Hartline is doing. I have no clue what he's doing. But you have to think about what he's done in the past probably 3 years. Since I've started doing these breakdowns, I really started to follow more college football recruiting because I started to see where these kids start to go. Bro, I'm talking about this dude already had Olave. He already had Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith and Jigba. You still got Martin Harrison sitting in the background. You still got G. Scott that they actually moved a tight end. You got a kid named Jaden Ballard that was a top player out of Massillon, Ohio. Then you pick up Inniss. You pick up Tate. Bro, it got to be at least 20 dudes in that receiver room, bro. And it's one football. And here's the funny thing. I tell people it's one. Hold on. That ain't including the Travion Henderson running back. That's the freshman phenom. He got to get his touches.
Yeah.
And what
and you talking about all at one position, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, and then Travion played running back. But I'm saying, here's the funny thing. He said, yeah, coach, you're right. But think about it. Olave, he messed around and got 900 yards and got drafted. Only had 900-yard receiving.
Yeah.
I think Gary Wilson had 1,000. Like, it's spread around perfectly, man, for everybody to be successful, bro. It's crazy, though, man. It's crazy.
It is crazy. I got X in the background. I'm going to bring X in here in a second. But no, bro, it is crazy. I mean, if you take a look at it right here, bro, I mean, Carnell Tate, Brandon Inniss, number 1. They got number 2 and number 3, right? You said they already had a loaded back. They already had. They got Noah Rogers, huh? Talk to me.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off.
No, I get what you're saying. They got Bryson Rogers, Noah Rogers. You went all the way back to last year. You like they got a stable of cash from last year.
That's what I'm saying. Go back to 20. Click up there to 2022.
What's going on?
Click the Ohio State button, and then click 2022, and you will look at their recruits, just the receiver room. X, what's up with you, baby?
Ohio State. Let's see.
Just click the Ohio State logo.
What's up? What's up?
No, click the logo. Yeah.
I mean, right.
That's this year.
Yeah, that's this year. Let me see how many they got this year. Got 1, 2.
Man, that's all good and said. Ohio State does an excellent job in developing kids for college. Once they leave college, Ohio State hasn't had a good receiver in NFL since David Boston. I don't even think that.
There we go. So here we go, 2022. Here we go, 22. I mean, 2022. Hey, here you go.
Keon Graves. I forgot about him.
Now they loaded. Don't forget, they still got Marvin Harrison's son, who's probably going to be the leading receiver this year.
Yeah. I'm just talking about how many receivers they've got, and that goes to show you the type of head coach right there. He's an offensive-minded guy. Even though they get some standout defensive players, but bro, it's one football. Now I have to give them this credit. You're talking about you're getting some elite guys to come in and say, "I'm willing to wait my turn."
But I don't think it's the weight thing with them because they put 4 receivers on the field at every play. So what Ohio State does is they let their defense go out there and stop the team enough for them to get the ball around to all their players.
I agree, but like I'm just saying how you got guys sitting on the bench.
Oh like, well, yeah. I mean,
I'm saying wait your turn. Like these kids want to play right away. Like that's a big thing, and we always talk about when kids look at the roster. Well, we say it even as Miami fan. Well, why would a dude want to come here as a quarterback if you already got TBD, Jake Garcia, or Brown? You know what I mean? Like you say, excuses, but but that's the new thing, though. That's what these kids are on, and that's amazing, bro. That I ain't gonna lie to you. Like what they doing with that receiver room, I don't know about the rest of that crap, but that receiver room,
I don't call it excuses though, Speedy, because if Miami was good for 4 straight years, kids would come. They wouldn't care about the depth chart. Miami hasn't been good, and the kids saying, "Why would I go and wait when the team ain't been good?" Like, that's just logic.
Well, no, it's excuses. We make excuses as fans, you know what I'm saying? Because kids go wait all the time. Brandon Inniss and Carnell Tate.
But we're making an excuse for a team that only wins 7 games per year. Now you make that same excuse for a team that wins 11, 12 games per year. Okay, I understand.
I mean, but it don't matter. I mean, it's how
it does. Do you want to go sit on a bench for a team that's only going to win 7 games a year?
It's still an excuse. Going on how hard you recruiting.
I'm just saying logical. Coach Hayes, you're not finna go sit. If you got an option to go sit for a 12-team win per season or a 17 win per season, what you finna choose?
No, I get you. Yeah, I mean, of course, the 12-team, right? I get it. You know.
Yeah, what I mean? So it's just logical. Yeah, it's an excuse, but I'm saying the excuse is for
they go to depth chart.
The big teams, you know what I'm saying? The team that's winning the 12-team games, but a 17, we win 7 games per year. I don't know if that's much of an excuse or just being smart.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's being smart. I don't even know if smart adds into it because this thing is about opportunity, right? It's about opportunity at the end of the day. It's about you getting the chance to show what you got and getting to the next level. Brian Hartline, I guess he's doing an awesome job recruiting and developing. You know what I'm saying?
He does an excellent job of recruiting the kids, getting them. They scheme the way they run the offense in college at Ohio State is excellent. Again, like I said, once them kids leave Ohio State, they don't do it in the NFL. So I don't know. The development is he getting them ready for the NFL or they just?
Well, how long has he been at it? How long has he been at it though? Like how long has he?
Brian Hartline's he's been at Ohio State for about like six years.
Yeah,
5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
So let's see who does Ohio State have in the NFL? Let's look and see.
I'm gonna be honest. Can I tell y'all something? Can I be very honest? I don't even care. I don't even care for the NFL.
Well, yeah,
No, and you got a valid point though too, X. But I'm just saying, like, my thing is, we're developing guys who play at a high level at college. Now, can they make that transition to the NFL? That's between them, the agent, and the coaching staff. That's also getting paid handsomely for their efforts. You know what I mean? So the question now becomes, do they develop those players in the NFL? Because it's the same thing, right? To me, I think it's all levels. So when I look at X, I say to myself and say, okay, we blame Manny Diaz for not developing high caliber players coming out of high school. Right? Right? Am I right or wrong?
Right.
But then I can't blame the college for not developing high caliber players in college that don't make it well in the NFL. The NFL is not developing high caliber college players. Like, that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He leaves Ohio State a stud, right? And he gets to the NFL, and it's like we blaming Ohio State for that. I get what you're saying, right?
And that's the same thing we do in college, right? He leaves Central. He leaves Central all day, all this and that. He go to college. He you know, Gervin Hall.
It's true.
So,
it's true. Nah, it's just X emotions. X just you need something to say. We just lost somebody.
But it's not emotional. Okay, so I had this conversation with my homeboy. Okay, so listen, I had this conversation with my homeboy the other day, and he was like, man, why would a receiver pick a school that don't send their position to the NFL on the high caliber? And he say, if I was a receiver, why wouldn't I go to Alabama when Alabama send receivers and then they go be good in the NFL? I said, yeah, it makes sense. All Alabama receivers are leaving college good and going to the NFL and being good immediately.
Well, let's go. Let's just Brandon Inniss. This doesn't surprise me with Brandon Inniss. It doesn't.
Yeah, no. I mean, I told you it was going to be either USC because the love of Lincoln Riley, or it was going to be Ohio State because their receivers are being good in college and making 1,000 yards each year. So he was going to make a business decision for him.
Yeah, we was hoping that Brandon Inniss could click up and do the crib thing, but Brandon Inniss has made every decision in his career, other than this American Heritage decision because of personal reasons with his family. He's always went somewhere where it was beneficial for the wide receiver. Don't tell me what you're going to do for me. Don't tell me what you may do for me in the future. I want to see what you did. I want to see who your quarterback is, and that's where I'm going. He's always made a decision like that. All the way back to playing with Tiger. I mean, that's how he's always made his decision. So that's why he went to Oklahoma. Oklahoma was killing it at the wide receiver position, and that's why he's going to Ohio State, because they've been killing it at the wide receiver position. We was just hoping. We was hoping that, hey, listen, man, maybe he can catch this click wave. Maybe he can catch this career wave and stay home. And, I mean, it's not over. We're going to let it play itself out. It ain't over.
It is what it is, man.
Sad part about it is I did this video with a doggone Oklahoma thing on there. So that junk getting hits right now, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, that's why I'd be so crazy when you, and I'm not going back changing thumbnails, dog. Forget that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it, like people talking about, he did, like when I did Travis Hunter, he's not at Florida State. I'm like, dog, look at the published video. Like, look at the date, bro.
Whatever.
Like, relax your mind.
Count the comments, whatever. I changed this thumbnail in a second, didn't I, Hayes? We had 2 minutes to be on. Hayes was like, hey, dog.
I said, people like, yeah, we're gonna talk about Rueben Owens and something like that. And I said, hey, man. I said, all right. I called him back. I said, man, you know, Brandon Inniss just committed. What? I gotta change something. I'll be right back. Boop, 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 boop.
Hey, dog. No, we're gonna talk about my little dog Inniss. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, I love these kids, man. Even though some of them outgrow football field, because they've been following them for all their life. You know what I'm saying? They get big time. I love the kids. You know what I'm saying? And Inniss to Ohio State. Inniss, then Carnell Tate. You think they said, hey, dog, listen, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it one day after each other.
I heard that they was gonna commit around the same time. I didn't think Tate was going to Ohio State though. I thought Tate was all Tennessee. That's
oh, really?
Yeah, I thought Tate was all of Tennessee. I don't know what Ohio State did to pull that off. Whatever they did worked, obviously, but Cause Tennessee was playing some big boy talk. And they were like, man, we gonna talk. We can play with the big boys too. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the bad game. But then he liked the Tennessee a lot too. But I guess whatever it was Ohio State did, they pulled it off. They got basically the number 1 and number 2 wide receiver in the nation. I don't care about the numbers in the recruiting game. I ain't seen 2 receivers better than them guys in college, in high school yet.
This is IMG versus American Heritage. The first time I ever discovered Carnell Tate. We didn't know who he was before this game started. First game of the season, and IMG decided to keep kicking the ball to Carnell Tate, and we found out who he was really fast. I went live at halftime, and I was like, hey, listen, stop kicking the ball to I think it was 19, 16.
17.
Yeah, the next day he came on Instagram and was like, you better let him know. The man is dangerous, though. You know what I'm saying? He's dangerous. What you saw, you did his WRE, coach. You put it out yesterday, man. How you feel about Tate?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: it's jumping right now. That thing got over 3,500 views, man. So it's jumping. But he's a big body. Like I said, when I looked at it, and it's so funny because I just did Kamani, man. So all them things starting to mix together. But when I look at Tate, it's hard to get his video, man. I don't know why these kids, like, they don't put their videos together. Yeah, it was a bunch of snippets, man. And you had, I did it because I'm for the culture, but they made.
You had to go get them one by one,
bro. Because you go on their huddle page, it'd be like 12 seconds from this game, 35 seconds. It pissed me off, dog. But anyway.
I got you.
But people don't like that added almost an hour worth of work to the editing process. You know what I mean? The stopping and going, it just wasn't fluid. But anyhow, he's a big body man. He attacks the ball extremely well. He runs his routes. He's a deep ball guy, jump ball dude. He's fast. I don't know how fast though. When I look at his stuff, I don't know how fast. In essence, because I think he took one back against American Heritage on his deal, but I don't know how twitchy he is, if that makes sense, right? Like elusive, meaning in open field he may outrun you, but I'm talking about just navigating through traffic. Can he start and stop? And I think that was one of my only con was his ability to go from 0 to 100, right, in certain routes. Like if he catch a post ball, you probably ain't gonna catch him. If he catch a ball where he's already running, you probably don't catch. But how about the hitch where he comes, stops, catch the ball, and have to take back off again?
Right.
That's the explosion piece I think was my only con.
I understand exactly what you're saying. This is actually Brandon Inniss versus Carnell Tate, huh? Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is. I mean, Brandon Inniss is finna catch this punt in a minute. So does this go with what you're saying? Like on punts, right? When he catches a punt or a kickoff, he's Ted Ginn-ish. You know what I'm saying? His vision and one cut straight line speed. We'll see it. You'll see it as the game go on. This Brandon Inniss right there. As the game go on, you'll see Will Ryan the plays that he made. But he was on their head all night, especially from the special teams standpoint. There go our boy Mark Fletcher. X, how we looking with Mark Fletcher, man?
Hey, you know what? I was going to hit you the other day and say, you see how 24/7 did Mark Fletcher?
What they did?
They dropped his ratings.
Why?
This man went from.
Okay, so here we go right here. 1 second. There go Carnell Tate right there. This was the first time he touched it on the punt.
Oh, yeah. That was the one he ran it back, that one, yeah.
Pointing at listen.
Yeah.
He made that look so easy. And every time they kicked it to him, he made it look like that. So yeah, Hayes, I get what you're saying. Hayes, you're saying if you catch a hitch, how fast will he stop and go?
Yeah, he's got like so when so what I'm saying is, there's routes that guys that, they catch the ball and they get started real quick once they stop, right? Because he's 6'2", he's a strider, right? Now that don't mean all of them do it, but
right.
If he catch a slant and he's already moving, it's kind of he got a rolling start, so his momentum is already rolling. But I don't know if he can escape from those kind. And he may not be that type of receiver, and that's okay. I was just saying as a complete receiver, that's what you want. Now I don't think he'll be great at punt, but I think he'll be better at kick return.
Right. So, X, you were saying they dropped Mark Fletcher. Why do you think they dropped Fletcher?
I'm just okay. So before, in January, Fletcher was like a 96, 95. He's all the way down to a 91 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a clue why. I mean, I just don't know. Maybe they did that because he got hurt. If they say that, then I'll say okay. But for him to drop down to 91, now you're borderline 4-star.
Okay,
almost.
So how does Ohio State do with running backs? How have they done lately? Remember that's
Well, no, they produce. Now they produce. They put running backs in the NFL that do pretty good. If not excellent, they do good. Yeah, lately they do good. Like they'll get in there, get like 800 yards. In the NFL, it's not a one-back system anymore unless you're just that guy. Mm-hmm. Some teams have a select of they guy and they're gonna get the ball most of the time, but they kind of giving the ball out to a bunch of running backs now.
So you think they're penalizing him for not playing in 7
I don't know what they penalizing for. They penalizing something.
What you think, Hayes?
Because he's not going to their camps, creating what? Media buzz.
Okay.
Right? You got to remember, that's where a lot of these guys get their rankings. They don't get their rankings.
That's Brandon Inniss right there.
Yeah, they don't get their rankings. They get their rankings from some film and some how many people talking about them and the social media buzz. But they get a lot of their boost by going to these camps and keep going to these camps, to their 7-on-7s and they this and that. Because what does it do? Creates more what? Buzz. Well, if you ain't part of the thing, we ain't going to pay you through your stars.
Yeah, and he 7-on-7 either. He stands out there with South Florida Express, right? But he never really plays, right, X?
Yeah, he don't never play. He just goes with them. He just travels with them a lot. I mean, when you look at him, you think he's somebody's dad anyway. Like, man, who daddy that is?
Yeah, dog. Don't he look like somebody's dad, dog?
Yeah. But now Ohio State, man, like I said, they did a good job presenting themselves to this kid. When Mark Fletcher went up there, they presented him how exactly he's going to be used at running back, like on each and every down, not just, oh, you're going to be on our team. They told him, like, it's going to be downs where it could be 2nd and 15. We're going to put you in the game, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to expect you to get at least 10 to 12 of those yards. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they go into details and stuff like that, it's hard for you to tell a team no. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to another team saying, yeah, we just want you. We want you in the backfield.
They still got a dude named Evan Pryor on their roster.
Ohio State. I'm gonna drop your RWRE link in the comment section. All right, Hayes?
Yeah, do your thing, man. Appreciate it.
I mean, but like you said earlier, Coach Hayes, and then you said this a while back when we was doing the coaching search. Well, not even coaching search, but we all kind of figured Diaz was getting fired, and then we was thinking about the two coaches who we would love to take, which was Mario and Lane. Ryan Day is an offensive-minded coach, so everything he does offensively is a plus. Who's turning that down? Even if you got to sit and wait.
Right. And so that was my point. Meaning, regardless of who the offensive coordinator is, which I think they're gonna make Hartline like the passing coordinator. They get these titles and stuff to keep them.
Man, they can make Coach A. They can give Street of the playbook and tell him to pick plays.
Yeah,
Ryan Day is the genius over there. He's over there saying that this is the plays I want ran in this game.
But Chris Young says so they dropped him because he wasn't playing flag football.
Yeah, I guess.
Exactly, Chris. Yes, that's what people understand. Like that pylon, them 3-stripe camps. That stuff is money, is marketing gold for these people, man, because they can't touch high school football, right? Like they can't. They're not. You could quote unquote sponsor a school, but you're not branding. That's basically your own football league. 3 stripes is your football league. That's like the XFL for high school football for them.
Right.
Pylon 7-on-7, bro. You know how much money they making sponsorships off of that?
A whole lot.
Look, can we watch Inniss for a second right here?
Oh, good.
Can we watch Inniss for a second right here?
It's super choppy, dog.
Can
It's
we watch
super
Inniss for a
choppy.
second right here? Oh, is it?
It's super choppy. The video is like,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It ain't going smooth. Let me clear some stuff up.
See, I had an excellent comparison for Brandon Inniss. Everybody keeps talking about, oh well, he don't have the stats and stuff like that. But I say, well, look, when he is that receiver, and you throw him the ball, it's one receiver that comes to mind, and I say, yeah, it's him. If anybody remember the receiver who used to play at Oklahoma State, Blackman.
Yeah.
That's Brandon Inniss. Like, if you throw the ball to him, he's going to catch the ball. I don't care who's guarding him. He just got to get that receiver spot. He hasn't been blessed with a quarterback in high school like that. But if you throw him the ball, he's going to catch the ball. He's not going to let you intercept the ball. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Well, he had a quarterback at youth school, 8th grade, 9th grade. That's when he excelled. I mean, that's when he had most of his film come from, huh? Yeah. What the kid name was at youth school? Ended up going to Tennessee. I think he went to Tennessee State.
Get his name.
I can never.
And he
Fort Lauderdale Hurricane quarterback. I never remember his name. He got a weird name. Fort Lauderdale Hurricane quarterback. That's why our boy right there, X.
Santana at Western now. Santana might have a 1,500-yard season. He messing around at Western.
Santana.
So hold on, that's the one that was at Fleming, Santana Fleming. That's the one that said, "Hey, Manny, off of me." Is that him?
That's him. Now you at Western.
So he was at Carroll City.
Nah, he was at Central. He was at Carroll City. He's at Heritage. Now he's at Western.
He done made his rounds.
So let me ask you this. I know this y'all show. I'm gonna ask you, what do y'all feel about that? Like, I don't have an issue with kids. I do have an issue with kids kind of going outside their thing, but I get it. But what about the kids, like you say, that go on the world tour, man? What's y'all thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't like it. But at the same time, it's here. A lot of those high school coaches jump around from team to team now too. So you look at it like that. You look at it like the situation where, man, I need a quarterback who gonna get me the ball.
Right.
I don't know why he left Central. I don't know why he left Central. I think
in 4 years you ain't found 4 quarterbacks.
I think
he should have stayed at Central. That's my personal. I mean, I told both parents that, like, he should have stayed at Central. He shouldn't have never left Central. But
here's my thing. A parent has to transfer a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
If your kid, right, keeps coming in your room saying, "Hey, Daddy, I want to transfer. I want to go." Would you keep transferring him, or is the parents playing a part in this? You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to tell you. How about the parent going in the kid room and be like, "Hey, you going to Central next week?"
That's what I'm saying. It has to be the parents playing a part in it. You know what I'm saying? Because the kid can't transfer itself. The parent got to be all in with it.
I mean, just speaking with both parents, I know, the mom says she let the father do everything. So if it's anything, then it's the father the one pressuring the fact of what school he should go to.
Right.
I think he chose to go out to Heritage, the fact to play along with Brandon Inniss to catch some of that hype that was going on in that time.
Yeah, right.
It was a perfect scenario, but it didn't work out as much as they thought it would be.
Yeah, quarterback get hurt. Inniss goes from wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? He catches COVID, dinged up a little bit in the
Yeah.
So listen, man, Nyckoles Harbor, man. We're hearing Nyckoles Harbor was supposed to come to Legends Camp. We'll get to some University of Miami news.
He's doing a track thing, I think, this week.
Yeah. We heard he maybe have a track meet. That's what was said. Damn, who pushed the boy out the huddle? He said we heard he have a track meet and he probably won't be attending. But that don't mean he won't attend. Some of them names surprise you, X, that's gonna be there this weekend?
No. I mean,
that's funny.
God dang.
Nah.
Hey, poor little Timmy got thrown out the club.
Hey, let's get out of here.
Somebody hit the eject button, dog.
I gotta go.
Well, okay, so yeah, I think the one name that did surprise me is the Kamani McLean. I didn't expect any type of traction with him. I thought, like that was just a done deal. Like he just never come back to Miami. So
Why you thought that?
I just think Bama, Florida, Georgia, those schools just had such a big lead on it where it just was like, man, let's give up. We lost. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on to the next top cornerback we could try to get. But the staff ain't thinking like me. They thinking like, man, we don't care who you recruiting you, man.
Like
come on down here.
They ain't recruiting like the old Canes no more.
Yeah, nah, they like, man, come on down. But yeah, I mean, that's still a surprise, Kamani McLean. And then the area he's at, we know don't usually get those kids from Lakeland. So
So Kamani McLean, that's the only one that kind of surprised you?
Let me see. I'm reading the names on the list right now. You got Kamani.
That's a nice interception.
Yeah, that's
so choppy on you.
Huh?
That junk so choppy. I can't. That's why I didn't see it when you had to rewind it 2 times. It's like a robot.
Yeah, as of now, Kamani McLean, the only one that's surprising to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing gonna be lit, man. What you think? You think it's gonna trump the first Paradise Camp?
Of course.
Why you say so? You think so?
What's happening is the first Paradise Camp, all the Paradise Camp, it's like, okay, even if you're the best player there, they'll kind of let you walk around and just, hey, I'm here. I'm the top recruit in the nation. And you get away with that. This one, Coach Mario telling those kids, man, bring your helmet and your cleats because you're going to, you're going to compete. Ain't no walking around and nothing like that. You're competing.
Right.
So that's the big difference of the old Paradise Camp to the new Legends Camp. Like you ain't just coming to be just walking around with some tight spandex on, showing all your muscles and oiling your body up, and everybody saying, "Ooh, look at his body."
I appreciate that because I'm saying I can appreciate that from him, from Coach Cristobal, because you know what, bro, y'all haven't made it. Like, don't come on my campus and you want to, unless you got a significant injury that we know about. You ain't here to just put this ain't a fashion show, dog. You want to walk, he a 5-star. Oh, look at that. He a 5-star. Man, look at that. Disengage your lips off my behind and get out there and play, dog. Like, just that simple. Like, the media, and it's like anything else. Once you give it some traction, dog, I'm just calling it the other media outlets. They want to take pictures of dudes standing on the sideline. Man, look here, dog. I'm about ball playing. If you're not going to participate, why come down here? Why come if you're not coming to solidify something, right? And to make it a moment. Hey, Coach Cristobal, you wanted me here? I'm here. When this camp over, I need you to say, I'm offering you a scholarship in front of everybody. Let's get it. Like, make it a moment, dog, but go perform. Like, you're in the entertainment business. You understand what I'm saying? You're trying to earn a scholarship. Like, forget all that foolishness, man. Like, man, look here, dog. You walking around because you 6'5". And see, that kind of stuff right there piss me off if I'm a coach. Like, look here, bro, hold up.
But anyway, a lot of kids aren't built like that, though, right? A lot of kids want to come out there and compete, right? And I think those are your guys. Those are the guys that Highsmith kind of talked about in the interview. Yeah, a lot of kids want to compete. They want to come out there and compete.
Man, even the last camp they just had, the individual camp, man. I'm looking at kids walking around with helmets. I'm like, what the hell going on? Like, I never seen kids come to a camp with the helmets like that. But they're like,
Explain what you mean.
Okay, so normally the camp would just be t-shirts and shorts. You know what I'm saying? They you come out there with your shorts, and they'll give you a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? They have a number on it. Then you go to your selective groups. And you work out and stuff like that. You could pretty much tell the elite players are off rip because everybody's paying so much attention to those guys. But the last camp that they had, it wasn't like that. It was like the elite players, they was only when they went to work out one-on-ones, they went with the coach and at a separate time. But they was out competing with everybody else too at the same time.
Gotcha. Nyckoles Harbor, y'all see him as a receiver or end? Talk to me, both of y'all.
Man, he run a 10 too. I might want to see him at receiver, man.
What you say? What you say? Hayes, you did his WRE?
Man,
I got it in the queue. I just ain't edited it up yet. So when I broke his film, I think he's a better, and I'm just gonna go way against what I always say. But what I'm saying is I always like to say, man, a kid like that could be a defensive end. But I believe his skill set is better at receiver, not just regardless of his speed, which is excellent and elite, but his hands are great. He got good control, and he's got a Kyle. That maybe not be accurate, but he's got that hybrid tight end, big body. I almost want to say the Kyle Pitts type deal, where the tight end is no longer the Jeremy Shockeys of the world today. I think at defensive end, I don't think he's a go-getter at defensive end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He'll tackle you, but he ain't trying to like mix it up.
tackle you. He ain't gonna tackle you.
he ain't aggressive. Like how James was aggressive, I could see the end in James Williams. He's just a big dude that's just better than the opponents he's in. But they'll eat him up in the league. But as a receiver, I think he's way better as a receiver just with his skill set.
Yeah. Speaking of James, I'm hearing a lot of talk about James maybe being asked or maybe being approached or somebody putting a letter on his door or something about coming in the box. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm thinking but I don't think James is going for it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think now we got
So of course he ain't going for it. James like, man, y'all keep on with that negative talk. I'm playing safety.
Yeah, I'm hearing some talk about you got different eyes on the coaching staff now. So you got you got Zoe out there. Zoe done recruited NFL players from here to Timbuktu. He know what they look like. He know what they smell like. He sees James as a higher draft pick. That linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Same thing Hayes has been yelling from day one. But I don't think James even wants to entertain that, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So if they was to come at him with that seriously, he may even think about going to the portal. Yeah. But why do you think James is so strongly about playing that safety? Because if y'all had to take a guess, if somebody is saying, "Hey man, your money is down here, right? This is where your money at." Why do you think he so strongly wants to stay at safety?
He's not here. All right, my bad. I'm over here trying to put this Kamari McLean video out while I'm doing this. All right, so here's my take. I don't know James Williams. I have never spoken to James Williams, but I've been around thousands of players, and you tell me if I'm accurate or not because you know him, you've interviewed him, you talked to him, etc. Mm-hmm. James Williams likes the hype and the name calling of being back there, making big plays, the interception, the big time hits, in that essence, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I went out. Is that X video going? Okay. So he likes that, right? It's almost like a kid. Nobody, I always said this earlier. Nobody ever wants to go down in position, meaning everybody wants to be a wide receiver because you get your name called. But if you can't catch, they move you to DB. But if you're too big, they move you to linebacker. No linebacker wants to be a D lineman. No D lineman wants to be no defensive end wants to be an interior lineman. No D lineman wants to be an offensive lineman. So, but mind you, that's where the money is.
Right.
Fortunately, that's where the money is. He doesn't want that because he thinks he can do it at that level. And again, even with all that he's done, he still not has answered that one question I've had about him. Playing man. Everybody says he can do it. I've not seen him playing straight up man. And the one time I did, they got him. But it was
Hayes just blacked out on us. X, what the hell just happened? That boy just disappeared mid-conversation. So shout out to Chris Young, man. Shout out to Chris Young and shout out to Kane334. Shout out to Chris Young with the $10. Chris Young say, can y'all explain to casual fans why June commitments shouldn't be taken serious? X, can you explain that?
Because you got July, August, September, October, November, December. You got 6 months where anything can happen, anything can change. The staff might find another player they want instead. NIL deals. It's so much that could go on within 6 months that it doesn't matter until the kid actually commits and sign a paper. Like it doesn't, committing early don't matter no more. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a lot of kids who commit early for teams, and then on signing day, they don't sign to the team they committed to. That's going to be major. So, is it important, or is it just we want?
I don't know what's going on. This guy tripping today, man. I don't know what you heard from me.
I did that. You just went away like poof.
I was just up here talking, and I realized you was still.
You just went away like poof. No, we heard everything you said. You was getting to a point too. We heard everything you said right until it went poof. But you were saying James still haven't explained to you what?
Oh, he still has not proven the man aspect of his game. Can he tackle? Yes. Is he aggressive? Yes. Is he smart? Yes. Can he play multiple positions in the backfield? Yes. Can he control and be the quarterback of the defense? Yes. Right? But just because you're the general in the army don't mean you could be a sniper. You know what I mean? You can give directions, but that don't mean you can do every job there. And that's the point. I think that's going to happen. And I think that's what's going to hinder his draft stock, I believe.
So let me ask you a question. Coach Hayes. What gives you the assumption that he can go down there and put his hand in the dirt or be a in the box linebacker every play?
Because of his size, his ability.
Because naturally, a safety don't want to be doing all the tackling or doing all the hitting every game. Safeties like to roam alone, don't get hit, intercept passes, push receivers down. That's what safeties like to do. Safety ain't really trying to, right now they got to go out there and make tackles because of your defense so bad. So now you're telling me I got to switch and go be a linebacker? Well, I got to make 80 tackles a game. I got to go get contact with the pulling guard or the pulling tackle now. A lot of them players don't want to do that.
Right.
Just because he's big don't mean he want to do that. Just because he's big, that just he's just big because he's just a big kid.
I agree with you, right? I agree with everything that you just said, but not because of what you want to do and what you can do is two different things, right? I guarantee Shaq thought he was a damn point guard till he stuck his dick behind down there in the paint, right? Like, is what I'm saying is I agree with what you're saying, but you have to remember this game is so different. The defensive end is a pass rush spell. That's why you think they've even changed the name to the edge.
Yeah.
They don't even call it a DN no more. They call it the edge rusher.
The pass rush specialist, right?
That's it. They call it the edge. They don't even call them a D lineman is a 3 technique and a nose, right? And a big end. The edge is the weak side defensive end that gets the ball. And that's really what it is. And he has that skill set because when I watch his high school tape, even now, his blitzing ability is basically the same realm as coming off the edge. And he's so long and so explosive. He affects the game every play. Every play.
So why can't we just leave him in packages where he does that? Because we've seen you last year use him in packages where they say, "Hey, James, go blitz," and then he just go blitz, and then the play gets blown up. I mean, I know he's big. I just don't think. I mean, I'm just thinking like he thinking. I don't see myself playing around the ball or the box every play.
Right.
Give me plays certain here and there, then I do that, but I'm not doing it every play.
You go look at his tape last year. I guarantee 80% of them plays, if not 85, he in the box. Regardless of how bad whatever is, he's not a deep field safety.
You don't think he's a deep field safety?
Because they don't play like that anymore, right? Remember the old cover 3, the Sean Taylors, where Sean would just they're roaming. Those days are done. It's too many receivers to play cover 3 like that.
Well, okay, so the reason why they did have him in the box a lot too is remember once Avante came back, they were able to put all 3 safeties on the field together. I think they did a horrible job because they didn't figure out which one to put around the box, which should have been Avante Williams. And let James roam and let Cam play the deep factor. That's what they should have did, but they didn't do that. They were just like, hey man, Avante just go out there. He don't really know what he got going on. He's just playing just because he's good. James, they got James roaming and being around the box. So you're like, well, okay, well, what's going on with the defense? You know, you don't really know. And then you look at the Florida State game. Cam is supposed to be the deep threat, but then Cam has to go run with the slot receiver, and then he gets beat on that play.
Right.
What the hell type of defense was you running, Manny Diaz? Like, what was that?
And again, I think it was just too complicated. I think it was too much verbiage. And again, these players are not stupid. I mean, you watch Cam at Northwestern, like you said, like we were talking earlier, he roamed the field. He all over the place. Now when he go there, he don't know football anymore. No, sometimes you can make stuff, you can make 2 + 2 hard as hell, right? Everybody know 2 + 2 is 4. But if I break it up into fractions, 1/8 + 1/8 + 1/8 + 1/8 + 1/8 + 1/8, I can get to 4, but look how many more steps I got to do. And that's what's wrong with football today. They don't make it apples. 2 apples + 2 apples make 4 apples.
Yeah.
Well, if I got a peel of an apple, the seed of an apple, the meat of the apple, like what? Come on, coach, stop you out coaching yourself here.
Well, a little history on James. So I know some of y'all don't heard me talk about this before. We're gonna get to Kane 334 $5. Appreciate your $5. James played on a youth football team that was undefeated for damn near
like
5-6
years.
years.
5 years.
And the star of the team was Palomalu. And he always was the star of the team. He had the long hair. He looked like Palomalu. He was a real fast kid. Then they had another running back named Chavo, who was the coach's son. Both kids could play ball. My uncle was a coach on his team. Coach James, since James was damn near 7, 8 years old. My uncle would tell me every year, I understand Palomalu, blah, blah, blah. James Williams is going to be the ball player that come off this team. James Williams was in the background. Now, y'all follow me now. He was in the background.
Don't forget
he was making all the plays.
Don't forget they had T2.
They had T2 at some point in time, too. T2 came through. But James Williams was in the background, right? He grew. He always was a tall kid, but then 13U, he hit this growth spurt, and he was clearly the tallest kid on the field. And I think what happened is when he touched what you're talking about, Hayes, when he got to touch that fame, and people actually calling his name now, because he was in the background for the whole making plays, but making game-saving plays, but Palomalu was the face of the team. I think once he touched it and he was able for people to say, hey, that's James Williams, James, you're right, Hayes. I don't think he wants to go back into the fray and be hit again. I don't think he does. And I don't think he's a kid. He's not logically thinking about, he's not thinking years from now. He's a kid. We didn't think like that. You know what I'm saying? He wants to stand in the back, talk to the crowd, and not on some showman stuff. I just guess on some, finally I got my shines. Finally I get my due diligence. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. Because my whole football career, I've been overshadowed by a guy who were maybe better, maybe not better, but they got all the praise. So I think there's some truth to what you're saying, Hayes.
And the thing is, to his credit and to most people's credit, everybody wants to have praise. Everybody wants to feel good, and I get it. It's going to be a new endeavor if he does that. It's not something that he technically done. I'll give you an example of having a player. So we had Antoine Barnes, and Antoine Barnes wanted to be a linebacker. Antoine Barnes was 225, 220, whatever. This is in college, but coming out of high school, he may have been 205 or something, 210. Ran a 4.3.
Yeah, Barnes.
Barnes was fast. Here's the deal, but he wanted to be our Sam linebacker. That was like our nickel. We called him Sam because I didn't get into the semantics. We just called him Sam, Mike, and Will. All right. So I remember when we get to the playoffs, and me and Coach Dunn talk about this all the time. We like this dude come up. We used to blitz him all the time, right? And I'm like, Coach, we losing an extra guy in coverage because he's the fifth guy in, the 4 lineman, and he's the 5th guy in. So then we was like, man, how about we put him at defensive end, right? And go get the quarterback, and we still can have 8 or we still can have 7 in coverage because he's that good, that fast. We don't need an extra guy to beat 5. He can beat 2 of them by himself. And so he was like, well, Coach, I'm a linebacker. I'm like, look here, dog. You could be the RLB, the rush linebacker. Shit, for all I care, you could be the quarterback, but you're gonna stand right here and go get the quarterback. How about that?
Right.
So you call yourself what you want to call yourself.
Well, we should have used that with Sam Brooks should have been that exact same player for UM, but
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So what I mean is, and guess what he ended up going to do when he goes to FIU? He's an end. When he goes, and then here goes the messed up part. This is where the money comes in. When he goes to the Baltimore Ravens, guess what they label him as? He goes into a 3-4 system. Guess what they label him as?
An edge rusher.
A linebacker, outside linebacker.
Linebacker.
But again, right, you're talking semantics because here's the difference in getting paid. The edge rusher makes more money than the outside linebacker.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing. T. Suggs, you call him what you want, but he was labeled a linebacker.
But he was in. I mean, DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware was labeled a linebacker, but he's a defensive end.
Defense, and that's what I'm saying. So you're talking semantics there, but it makes a difference in the contract. It makes a difference in the dollars.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying to you is, right, just like saying, hey, I play offensive tackle. Were you the right one or you the left one? You know what I'm saying? It's a difference in money. So at the end of the day, we can say what we want, but that's what end up hurting them because you want to be a linebacker so bad. I grant your wish, but I'm also saving me a couple $1 million in this process. But what you gonna do when we call this play? You gonna come off the edge like a defensive end and go get the quarterback.
That's crazy. Now doesn't this remind you of Ray Ray Armstrong came to Miami? You know what I'm saying? Huge kid, blah blah blah. Wanted to be a safety. It's kind of like the same story, right? I seen Ray Ray in person one time in the weight room, American Heritage with McKenzie and Brandon. What's the kid name? The basketball
Merriweather?
player. No, the basketball player ex Brandon.
It was all that. The one who got killed by the dunk.
He said he got killed from Kentucky. Played for Kentucky. Yeah. Brandon Snell.
Nah.
Not Brandon Snell. Brandon. They'll let us know. But they was all in the weight room working out. Ray Ray is huge, bro. When Ray Ray touched the NFL, they made him a what?
Linebacker.
When Ray Ray been in the NFL from 2013 to 2020, when you look at Ray Ray high school, Seminole, Miami, Florida, college position, linebacker. We don't even.
I mean, but you could tell in college that Ray Ray was going to transition to a linebacker in college. It just we didn't do it in college. We should have did
Brandon
it.
Knight, yeah, right.
Brandon Knight, yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, Ray Ray. Once Ray Ray got to college, he couldn't cover in college, so we knew he was immediately going to transition to a linebacker.
Yeah, I think James struggled a little bit last year too. Well, he was a freshman, so we'll give him some time. But I think he struggled a little bit last year covering out the backfield too. Just coming out covering. So we'll see, man. I just know it's being mentioned, and I know James don't want to entertain it. That ain't what he want to do, and it is what it is. Kane 334, shout out with the $5. He said, "Are the players in South Florida that much better than the other players around the nation? Do y'all think this is still true?"
Yes. No ifs, fans, or maybes unless, no ifs, fans, or maybes unless you's a hater. Trick Daddy.
I tell you this, Georgia been whooping up on us in youth football. They ain't got the best of some of us. You know what I'm saying? They got the best, but that's team. Individual players, are they that much better? You know what I'm saying? I'll even go off the path.
I'm not gonna say they're that much better. I would say, okay, Streeter, when you always say that, and you say this about Keontra Smith all the time. You say, man, if I got into a battle with anybody, who I would want with me, Keontra Smith. So if I get into a battle with kids from South Florida and kids from any other area, I'm riding with South Florida kids because I just know they gonna give it they all. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how big you are, how much of your name's celebrity status, they gonna give it your all. It goes back to when, remember when Booker T. Washington and the West was both the two best teams in the nation. Booker T. Washington went to play that team in they went to go play AJ Green team.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Brandon Harris was the quarterback. Who was the cornerback that year? It was Brandon Harris, right?
When
he shut AJ Green down. He shut him out throughout the whole game, one-on-one.
I think it was Brandon Harris.
He shut him down the whole game, and everybody was like, well, how that happened? Because AJ Green never got shut down before. And their whole thing was, we don't care who he is. Like, we play against this type of talent every day in Miami. You think we gonna let some kid who come from Carolina do this to us? And they shut him down. And I was like, I want that type of Miami, that type with me. So that's why I be trying to tell people all the time. I say it's not about the fact that the kids are better. It's just the fact that we know when we get out there, you ain't gonna beat us because we just not going for it.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. Our kids may be missing some things from a fundamental standpoint. This is why we excel when we go to colleges, because let me say this, and I'm not knocking my high school coaches, but it is a fact. And I blame actually the state of Florida because they don't pay coaches the way they do. We have guys that come and they try to do their best with their ability at that time because they got their own jobs. They're trying to provide for families, so forth and so on. A lot of coaches are not in the building. So with that being said, a lot of our players have raw talent. It has not been. It's a lump of coal. You know, it's a diamond in there. It just needs some applied pressure, and they can ball. Once they go to college and the quote unquote development starts happening, why do you think they shine over schools or states like Texas? Because Texas has the infrastructure where their high school coaches making 100. They got all the resources they need. The kids want for nothing. So most of those kids have already tapped out and have already maxed. They've already reached their ceiling in high school. So you don't really see them make a huge jump overall, I'm saying. Right? Same thing in Georgia and so forth. My second argument is, like X say, when we take our public high schools to these build-a-bear ass teams, like the Bishop Gormans, the South Lake Carrolls, the IMGs, all these different teams that's an all-star team put together. If they don't beat them, they damn sure competing.
Right.
And we can say Central got this, but Central got some dudes that just walk through the door. Their whole team ain't been quote unquote recruited. You understand? And they balling. So that's that. You go to St. John's or what they're in New Jersey or DC or whatever, and they be playing them and whooping on them. And these cats have built these teams to be national ranked. And Central walk out. My third thing is you can walk through any high school in Miami. And I think there's a Division I player. I don't mean Power 5, but I'm talking about there's a Division I player in every high school from Sunset to doggone Carroll City. Whether he the kicker, I'm just saying there's a Division I player, like whether it's Group of 5 or Power 5.
That's crazy.
You got some states. You have some states, bro, that ain't never had a Division I player. They might have one division player in 5 years. A whole state. I'm just talking about Dade County. I ain't even brought up Broward.
Right. There was a part in this interview where I asked Shamar Stewart You talk. I said you talk to you, Keith Brown. You talk to you, Keith and Amari often. Like what they tell you? What they tell you about to walk into? And he, in so many words, he said basically they say it's not as hard as I think it is. That's what he said. He said they say these guys up here aren't as good as I think they are. He said something to that sort. You know what I'm saying? And I think what it is that Amari and you, Keith, have been tested their whole entire life. Tested, yes. Big game, yes. Tested. Is another guy over there that's just as fast as me. Tested, big game, big crowd. Coaches yelling, coaches screaming. Get to Texas A&M, and now you're playing against kids from across the country. And I'm telling you, youth football across the country isn't like it is in South Florida. It's kind of sort of a reason I started Footballville when I got back, because I was like, oh, wait a minute. Youth football in other places is like playing soccer. It's like T-ball. It's like something. You football down here, like your life might be on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Mission.
Like,
mission.
Right.
Not a simulation, a mission.
Yeah. So battle tested. That's what X is kind of talking about. Right. I will go in the alley. And actually, Damian Jones said that if I had to pick a kid, I'm going in the alley with. I'm going with Keontra Smith. You know what I'm saying? Our kids are battle tested day in, day out. Youth football, since they're this big games, 9U, 7,000 people in the stands screaming, and you show it to somebody from out of town, and they like, what is that? Like, nah, it's a kid game. They're yelling at the kids. The kids are out there.
And the stage ain't too big. There's never a stage that's too big for our kid. Like you say, when you 7 years old, and there's 7,000 dudes out there, and when your helmet don't even fit right, your chin strap ain't even touching your chin. It's nothing, dog. Like, it's nothing to play on a big stage. It's nothing like the football field is never too wide for you. It's right. It's 100 yards. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so now you make that, dog. That's what I've been trying to tell people, that, and our kids are battle tested on and off the field, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna say this. I had a kid. Matter of fact, that's him right here, Sean. Sean right there tackling Tebow. Sean went to Mississippi State. I never forget. He called me one day because we used to have a thing called Dog Squad. That was our form of punishment. We called it betterment because it was gonna make you better and make you a better man, and you're gonna know better than to do it again. But anyway, Coach, I think he was like 5 minutes late to a practice or something like that, and he was running in there. And wherever they were staying, I think they had to have buses to shuttle them to the facility. He ran. He missed the bus, so he ran. He in there dripping sweat, like 6:30 a.m. The coach take him out there. You finna get punished. He like, damn. The coach went out there and say, give me 15 up downs. He was like, all right. So when he finished the 15, coach was like, and you better not do it again, and turned around and walked off. He said he looked. He said, shit, he did 50 more just to make sure he wasn't tripping. He said, because he knew he like 15 up down. He like, coach, come on, man. Like, that was nothing. I was just saying how, and I've seen this at camps, the way we push our guys. When I say we, I'm talking about South Florida coaches. When we go to these camps, these other kids be in amazement. They be like this, like, damn. Like,
right.
Bro. Yeah, dog.
Man, I can give you one example. When I was playing
real fast,
basketball.
X, one second, real fast. X, hey, man, hit the like button for us, man. We've had at least 500 people come through here. We got 40 likes. How that be happening like that? I know y'all don't think about it. We got all this good content in here, man. You got X and Hayes in here telling these stories, man. But hit the like button for us, man. We got 170 likes. We should have at least 100 likes, man. At least halfway. Go ahead, X, run it.
Hey, so I remember when I went to a basketball camp, and I go up there. I go up there, and I'm like, yeah, I know everybody most likely probably is better than me because they play basketball all year round. I played football too, so you got football season and you got basketball season. You kind of try to get in where you can get in. So I go to the basketball camp, and they start calling out the names to set us up in the groups and stuff. And when they called my name, they were like from Miami, Florida. So everybody instantly looked at me and were like, y'all play basketball in Miami? I felt insulted. I was like, what you mean we play basketball in Miami? Like,
that jacked up, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So once we started in the camp, I like, oh, so yeah, they gonna try me. They think I'm just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. I gotta do them in, you know what I'm saying? So I'm playing hard defense. And everybody know if you go to a basketball camp, you don't even play defense. Like, but I took it as you tried me, you know what I'm saying? We play basketball in Miami, so now I'm D'ing them up. They can't score. I'm driving to the hole, scoring on them. And they were like, oh, dang, well, we ain't know the boys down there be balling in basketball. Like, yeah, we ball. You know what I'm saying? Because our whole competitive spirit is we don't want to lose. So I was like, yeah, y'all ain't finna, I'm not finna lose. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I'm not finna lose. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that competitive.
Right. I mean, where did Cass was from? I mean, New York. I know New York. They play basketball in long pants, Timberlands.
Yeah, Timbs.
Yeah, they get it done. They do it whatever. So listen, man, we got 170 in here, man. We've been rocking for an hour and 15, and told y'all, hey, I told you I'm gonna keep you in here all day long, dog.
Hey, I ain't got to go to work till August.
Hey, so Street, I just got some good news. Well, I don't want to call it good news until it actually happened, but
what's up?
So you see everybody going crazy about we not landing Brandon Inniss, we not landing what's the other receiver name? Hakeem Williams. You know, they like Miami fans is going ecstatic right now. They going crazy. They feeling like the roof is caving in on them.
Oh gosh.
So I kept saying this year, I say, okay, so 23 year, we're going to go after the fast guys. We're going to go after speed. You get Jaylen Brown, you get Robbie Washington, Nathaniel Joseph. Those guys are fast. Andy Jean, fast guys. Fast forward to 24 class, you know, with the two big studs who I want, who I think who shouldn't leave Miami. You know, you got JoJo. You got JJ, who's at Central, Jeremiah Smith, and then you got
Jeremiah Shumanah, right?
Yeah, Jeremiah Shumanah, both of them, and we in a very, very excellent spot with both of them.
No, yeah, we are. We definitely are.
And I'm gonna tell you that kind of went the other opposite way because I thought Ohio State was like gonna land both, but they both feeling UM like heavily. Like I think both of them could end up committing soon.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and I'm also hearing your boy Romello Brinson out there balling, bro. I'm hearing he
hey, listen, so I seen him the other day. I seen him when I went down there the other day, and he walked by and he gave me that look like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
And I was looking at him, I was like, oh, somebody's spot getting took because he just looked like, yeah, man, I ain't playing around.
I heard he getting burned at every position. And he the only one getting burned at every position. And so he out there doing what we thought he would do, X.
Yeah, I heard some, he's gonna take somebody's spot. Like somebody gonna be holding his bags while they walking off the bus.
I heard he doing it. But on the other hand, man, I heard we may be without
a certain player.
First two games. We know they kids, man. Let the kids make their mistakes, man. Okay, all right. Let the kids make the mistakes. They go do goofy shit.
Even if they are out them two games, I mean, I don't care. We play Bethune Cup, man. and
who else? Bethune and who else?
I think Southern Miss.
Yeah. And so, hey, when you got kicked out of here, man, we had somebody, Chris Young, say, can y'all explain casual fans why June commitment shouldn't be taken serious? You think June commitment shouldn't be taken serious, hey? They stick sometimes, don't they?
I don't think you should make no commitment. I think when you commit, you should be able to sign. That's what I believe.
So you think signing they should be? You think when you commit, you should be able to say, "Hey, I'm inked in, I'm good." Lock all that down.
Yeah. So right. So I've spoken about this before. That when you look at college recruiting, I understand you have to over offer because it's only 25. Everybody not gonna come to you. I get it. But when I look at the offer game, because I always go back to the high school coach, he getting under pressure because I don't have no offers, coach. The parents don't understand this process. and it should be more responsibility and onus on the institutions. So if you offer a kid, if you put out an offer, you should have 30 days. That kid has 30 days to sign it. If he doesn't, if you feel that strong about him, hey, X, I'm gonna offer you again in 30 days, and it goes from my 25. That way, kids don't get caught in the shuffle, man. You know, like these big time kids like Inniss and them, they always have a spot. They'll kick another dude off for that, just that particular reason.
Right.
And again, I believe that should be the thing on signing day. You know what I'm saying? Like the commitment and all this stuff. And to me, it's just too much media. It's too much everything. Yeah, it makes good media. Don't get me wrong. But I'm for the kids first. I'm for protecting their interests first, man.
I think you hit it on the head. Go ahead. I think you hit it on the head. I think the media controls it. Yeah, I think the media kind of controls it. I think those dates and stuff are set up for, you know what I'm saying, for marketing, media, anticipation, and I think sometimes the kids are last in the deciding process. So I got my boy up here, man. He's still with South Florida Express X.
Who that? Jay? Yeah, from what I heard.
I thought Jay had. I know he didn't go to Vegas with him, but everybody reposting the Jay picture because Carnell Tate and Brandon Inniss commits to Ohio State. Bro, listen, let's not blame Jake. South Florida Express went and sat down with University of Miami, and they on good terms with Miami or whatever they would have said all the time.
Man, I don't know why people think the 7-on-7 coaches have that much leverage for a kid to choose a school. Like, if I have a 7-on-7 team and a college tells me, hey, I'm paying for all expenses, bring your team to me, I ain't taking my team.
Right.
It's plain and simple. Like, they don't have no leverage of kids picking a school or nothing like that.
And I mean, sometimes you got to think that here we go, that second hand. A lot of times the kids, a lot of these kids ain't been on the airplane. A lot of them, this will be the only time they ever go to Ohio. So you can't take in consideration that, oh man, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's let kids go back and forth to Coral Gables. I mean, some of these kids, man, they don't even get out of their own city, bro. I mean, I remember talking to the kid out of Orlando, with Alabama. What's the kid name?
O'Leary.
Talking to O'Leary, going into his senior year, and Hayes, he telling me that he hadn't been to a visit yet. Going to a senior year. I was like, what you mean?
He would have been on a visit.
Right. So he ain't even been to a visit yet. So that mean the good job that your boy up there in Orlando doing, taking these kids on visit, he hadn't even got on that bus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he hadn't even got on that bus. So Leary, going to a senior year after running all over St. Thomas, had wanted to go to a visit, and that's when I knew I had to make it up there. That's when I was like, holy crap, man, there's parts of Florida where these kids aren't getting serviced like they are in South Florida, dog. And I was like, damn, I'm thinking that Footballville started years ago. Okay, it got to be patches of Footballville starting across Florida everywhere and everybody catching on what's going on, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
Bro, you know what's funny? You say that, and you think about it. He right here in Central Florida. You got University of Florida, hour and 40 minutes up the road, if that, and you got Miami 3 hours south, right? Those are two major schools that he could look at. You got Florida State 4 hours to the north, Georgia about 4.5 hours. I'm just talking about these are car trips. These ain't like you got to get on a plane to go to these kind of places, and. And that's a shame. And that goes to show you where people drop the bag from these colleges. How you right here in Central Florida and I can't get you to come an hour and 40 minutes up the road? I'm going to listen, bro, if I got to Uber you up there, if you Chris Leary and I got to send an Uber for an hour and 40 minutes, I'm going to get you to Florida at least.
Had never been. I went to Fort Myers one time to cover the running back out of Fort Myers and end up covering another kid who was committed to Auburn. He's at Auburn now. He had never visited Auburn.
I see all the time. I see all the time.
X, this is actually going on across Florida, though. I can only imagine across the country.
Mm-hmm.
He committed. He's at Auburn today. The first time he saw Auburn is when he walked on Auburn campus.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Sign, sight unseen. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I see it all the time, bro. All the time.
I know Central Florida, they doing a better job because they got a better coach over there with them now. But it was just funny and hard for me to say, okay, well, you got the big three in the state of Florida. If one of these kids aren't going to choose those schools because the schools they already got their players, they must choose my school then, second tier. Like, I can't let them get out the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I let the receiver, what's his name, Speeder, who went to Dillard, who was committed to Florida State, but then decommitted and went to Louisville?
Mortimer.
Like, how do you let Mortimer get out of the state, Central Florida?
You want to know why? Because they stopped recruit. I've seen that so much too. When these kids commit to a school, I said the same thing about FIU. When I was at FIU and Nigel Bethel committed to Miami, blah, blah, blah. And I said to myself, I said, y'all, he's not going to stay. They took his commitment, right? Because they needed something. But if they get this other guy, they're going to push him out the door. And guess what happened? Pushed him out the door. And FIU stopped recruiting him. And that's what happened to a lot of these schools. Once they, quote unquote, link themselves to a big school through a commitment, they stopped recruiting the guys. And then, but somebody else still, like Jody, dog. If you ain't watching your wife good enough, somebody's still whispering at her in the ear. You know, it's just like that. Yeah, and that's how he ended up going. I don't forgot where he went. Where did Nigel Bethel end up going?
He ended up going to, was it Utah State or something like that out there, out west? No, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech got in trouble, right?
Yeah, Texas Tech. He ended up going to Texas Tech.
Yeah, now he at Colorado. I'm looking at it now. Now he at Colorado.
King 305, thanks for the $5, bro. We appreciate you. Thanks for the insight. Now the X and O's guy. Hopefully the new staff will get the best out of the players. Well, yeah, I mean, we got a real coaching staff with some real support, so we should see some development. Chris Young said, Coach Hayes, why you didn't bring that 5-star kid from IMG? He needed a ride to camp that time. Remember the kid? What the kid name needed a ride from camp? Mpimba.
All you gotta do is call me. I got my phone. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to get on it. You know what I'm saying? But
listen, man.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah, IMG could have took him down. They got a whole bus with IMG on the side of it.
2 of them, 3 of them.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, 786-405-949. Y'all want to get down with IOD Squad, man. Like I said, we hit it on Tesla this morning, man. You had one contract on Tesla. It was $3,000. One contract. We was in the Tesla place since last week. One contract. Hey, before we get out of here, man, we got Manning passing camp, right? We got Bryce Young, CJ Sproul, Devin Leary, NC State, Will Levi's, Anthony Richardson. Dang, Anthony Richardson ain't did nothing yet, has he? He got a lot of hype though from Florida.
Yeah,
Tyler Van Dyke, Hendon Hooker, Stetson Bennett, Sean Clifford, and Spencer Rattler. Going to be at Manning passing camp. This is why I think Miami's one of the reasons I think Miami's headed to the ACC championship is because we have a Tyler Van Dyke at quarterback. And that's why I believe, on top of all the changes, which having a bunch of changes could be a bad thing when you're trying to get on track, you know what I'm saying? But I think because we have this guy throwing the ball around, I think that's why we end up in the ACC championship. This list right here. So the top quarterbacks in. Anybody missing from this list?
Nah, I mean, that's basically the top quarterback list.
Pick quarterback gone?
I think Caleb Williams.
No, not pick quarterback. Virginia quarterback's supposed to be up there. I forget his name. He's supposed to be up there, not pick quarterback. It's Virginia quarterback. He should be up there. I mean, he should be up there in front of I don't even know why Anthony Richardson's name is there. That's just crazy.
That's messed up, dog. Listen, man, Tyler Van Dyke only played 6 games, and he got a picture on the goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Van Dyke did it for. Huh?
There's media, but I was saying Caleb Williams from USC that was at Oklahoma should be on there.
Oh no, he's not up there, right? Yeah, Tyler only played. Tyler balled out for 6 games, though. Maybe we are downplaying those 6 games because you know what I'm saying, he got a lot of hype for them 6. A lot of hype. So before we get out of here, man, y'all got something y'all want to add? X, anything you want to add, man? We didn't get to talk about why Louisville got the 2nd top running back in the nation. Like, how the hell that happened?
Well, that was nothing but big bag, big money.
So these decisions gonna start looking weird. Tennessee gonna start getting quarterbacks, and Louisville gonna start getting running backs. So
I mean, but Tennessee is not weird because we've seen Tennessee have a top recruiting class before. Like, I never seen Louisville have a top recruiting class. That's weird.
Except when Charlie Strong, it wasn't top, but it was high.
It wasn't like this. They weren't getting the best running back in the nation.
Yeah, they got that Papa John's money.
Yeah. So he so what are we at running back, X? So how we looking now? I mean, Cedric Baxter, like we.
I mean, you still got the top 3. The top 3 they want Cedric Baxter, Fletcher, and then Johnson from Dillard.
Okay.
So Fletcher was committed to Ohio State, right?
Yeah, he's still committed to Ohio State.
Okay.
So they want 2. So it's either one of those top guys, and then to add with Johnson, because I think Johnson most likely going to end up committing soon. And he's blowing up big, he's blowing up big now. A lot of top colleges are coming after him because the guy basically runs a 4.3 or a 10.3 and 100. So a lot of schools are going to be after him, but he's not your running back 1. So you can add him with somebody else.
Right. Gotcha. Anything you want to add, Hayes? Any videos you got dropping, man? You got to go do some videos.
These WREs coming hot, boy. What that song is? I'm coming in hot. Listen, we dropping them every day, man. 5 days a week now. I put the polls out now on YouTube. So if you're not a subscriber, go subscribe. I let y'all pick who we gonna do, unless it's like a breaking news type deal, like if they just commit, something like that. But y'all said 52% of the people said they wanted Kamani McLean, so they got Kamani McLean, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna definitely chop it up. I'm here. I'm on the circuit, though. I've been everywhere, man. I was on Wholesome last night for 3 hours. I'm here with you again. I'm going on Cafecito. No, I had Flo on the other night. And I want to ask y'all something. I know we're ready to go, but I had Flo on the other night. I'm going on Cafecito and Canes Thursday at 7:30, I believe it is. So I'm here, man. I'm doing my thing. But you asked me a question right before we got on. I don't know if you want to jump into that or you want to kind of get off. You tell me.
Go ahead. Run it.
On the logo. All right. So you asked me, because I did the show Sunday, and I asked the question is, are recruits using Miami or basically playing us by putting the logos on their top 4, top 6, or whatever the case may be. And so you asked me, what did I mean by that? And so what I meant was, as I start charting out these WREs of who I'm gonna do, and I'm doing a little research, I'm noticing I keep seeing the U on they top whatevers, right? And I got a list. I still got it right here. I got a list of all these top names that's got all these names on this list got the U in their top 10 or less, whether top 8, top 7, 5, 4, whatever. My question is, are we going to get these guys? I can scratch 2 of them off today. Hold up. Brandon Inniss and Carnell Tate. So
we was never in it for Carnell Tate. That was never going to happen.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is why are they putting? He's saying, how is everybody getting the UM logo up there? Like, why is that happening now? Is it because we're recruiting harder?
Well, I think we're recruiting harder. My question is not even why. My question is, how many of these top, and I went through this, I'm not going to go through all these names. Out of all these names, I know y'all can kind of roughly see it's a bunch of names on this list. There's only 3 names on this list that's out of the top 10 by their position. Everybody else is like number 2 at their position, number 1, number 3, number 4, like based on the cornerback, wide receiver.
Yeah, I think the staff saying we going after the big boys. We not scared anymore. We don't care that Alabama recruiting and Georgia and Ohio State recruiting no guy. We gonna recruit them too.
No, I'm with you, but my real question is, we need to land some of these dudes.
Yeah.
How many of these top guys, and it's way more than this, that have it. It's just what I can fit on this little piece of paper. How many do you think, X, since you keep your ear to the ground from the recruiting standpoint, how many, when I say top players like the Brandon Inniss, the Carnell Tate type guys, do you think we land this year for the class of 23?
I think we'll land like 3 at the most. We'll get top guys from around the country, or even just, we'll have a top 10 recruiting class. But like when you saying the top of the tops, the only position I think top we might land strongly will be like defensive end.
Wide receiver.
I mean, outside of Ray and Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, yeah.
Outside of Ray and Jaylen Brown, that's it. But other than that, like,
I don't even have him on this list. He ain't even on it. I don't have neither one of them on this list.
Oh wow.
They top 10. They both top 10.
No, they may be, but I just went through like Hayes Fawcett, that Instagram, and kind of looked at the pictures.
I got you. Yeah.
I just randomly.
Hakeem Williams, Jaylen Brown, Hakeem Williams, Jaylen Brown. They top 10. Yeah. They all top 10.
And I think if you don't do what they supposed to do today, we might land. We might land the top quarterback. We might land the top quarterback. Jaden Shada.
He ranked number 7th in there. I mean, that's good. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at cats like Jonell Agoro, number 2 safety in the country.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, he got you on, and he likes you on.
Yeah, you got Francis Mayagua. I hope I'm messing.
He's on campus right now.
You got again, Nyckoles Harbor is number 1 at his position.
Nick.
Anthony Hill, the number 1 linebacker in the country.
No.
And, yeah, but I'm just saying, but he on our logo like this. Like he got up on the logo.
Right.
Right. I'm just talking about how we got the number I'm trying to see it. The number 3 offensive tackle. Like we got some top guy, Malik Bryant, the other linebacker here from Jones in Orlando, is in there. Derek Williams, the number 3 safety in the country, is on our has us listed. Tavoy Fagan, number 4 safety. So we got number 2, 3, and 4 safety on our list. Do we land any one of those safeties?
To be truthful, I don't know if we land, because our safety room is just so deep, man. So
yeah, but they're gonna go away. Think about it. But think about the safety room. If James Williams does what he's supposed to do, he plays this year, right? Which would be what? That kid's senior year in high school.
Yeah.
Next year will be James' 3rd year. That would be that kid's freshman year. The following year, he'd be right on point. So even though it's deep,
I mean, so look at the safeties we got right now. Every safety we got in our safety room is a sophomore. You got James Williams, you got Cam Kitchens, you got what's his name? Brian Ballum. You got what's 15 name? Tay. You got Vontae Williams. That's 4.
Back to the excuse what X was talking about. I mean, that's True was talking about earlier.
That's 4. You got Keyshawn Washington.
Yeah.
You got Williams, the other safety who just came in this year in the freshman class. It's like 7 to 8 of them.
Excuses.
Yeah, but none of them dudes, and you correct me if I'm wrong, besides James Williams, and I'm talking about the low level, not the starters, not the Vontae, Kim Kitchen, and James, but everybody else after that, none of them was 2, 3, or 4 at their position. Am I right or wrong?
No, but Brian Ballum is a good safety.
I'm just trying to say.
You know, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, but I was just saying, like,
big fish, dog. We need some big fish.
No, we go. If we're going to have a top 10 class, it means you got maybe 75% big fish on your recruiting class. Don't forget, we can go over 25 this year, so we can actually recruit over.
I'm more excited about the process changing. I think what you're talking about, Hayes, happens in time. I think we're close to the program and we can see the changes. And people outside of the program just see the you being the you. So I think Miami has a lot to prove to the country. You know what I'm saying? Cristobal has to keep doing these interviews. people have to keep showing interest in Miami, and they got some brand building that they have to do. And, so I don't know how many we get this time around. Hayes, X said he thinks 3.
Man, look,
but I think them fighting will eventually. I think them fighting will eventually turn into commitments in the future.
Listen, you win some games. We gonna be right there next to them big boys. Cause the simple fact, Mario was able to do what he did without a whole staff, without winning a football game at University of Miami. So they believe in him. They just saying, okay, well, even like what Brandon Inniss even say, like, yeah, man, I love what UM is doing. You know, I just want to see what they do on the field. So just imagine we win 10, 11 games. Those kids start saying, hey, UM is for real now.
Yeah, to go along with the experience they get when they come down there. Listen, man, we about to get up out of here. Dog, I appreciate both of y'all, dog. I appreciate both of y'all, Hayes. Y'all go check out Hayes WRE videos. We working on our Footballville. We had a meeting last night about our Footballville player rankings. That's coming together.
We got to talk.
We got to talk. We had a meeting last night about our Footballville player rankings. It's coming together, and that thing is good. Anything else you want to add, X, before you get out of here, X?
Nah. Hey, did you have Jaden Wayne on that list?
Yes, he's the number 6 overall at his position.
Dang, they got him number 6 now. Wow. Well,
okay,
we gonna be on point, man. We gonna be on point. Hey, Streeter, man, I need some more. I need some more edge, man. I ain't got no edge.
All right, they're changing the way the can look, so we kind of chilled out on it. But I'm supposed to go up there and get some this week, man.
Hey, look at this. I'm doing branding conflicts right now because Street ain't never helped your boy out. Look at that. I'm on that Red Bull.
You want some edge, dog? We're gonna ship you some edge, dog.
You gotta get some edge,
coach. Little Timmy, dog.
You gotta try it, dog. I tried to get some edge at your event. Guess what, man? It was the last one.
It was free.
I was getting ready to turn it up. It was the last one. And I don't know, this girl came out of nowhere and just snatched that thing and said, I got to get turned up. I'm on my pole tonight. And she gunned that thing. I was like, what's going on here?
Well, we got you on video bragging about it. So one of them got to be true.
that can was empty. She gave it back to me so I could do the commercial.
Man, y'all get out of here, man. Hayes, when your mama going to commit?
Man, she already committed. She would play for the Burger King Hefty Hoes. Hey, she started on fries. Hey, she started on fries. Now she on burgers, baby.
Call me, man. Let's talk, man. They said we got Buckeyes in our chat. I don't know what the Buckeyes doing here.
Hey, let me tell y'all Let me tell y'all Miami Hurricanes something. Somebody had nerve to get on me. And they're like, Coach, you don't do Miami Hurricane WREs. And I said, you know why? I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. Cause y'all don't help your boy. I put out, go tell me right now, Streeter. Go look at that commitment with Carnell Tate video. It's got to be over 3,000 views. It ain't been 24 hours.
No matter how many times I school Hayes on how this stuff works, he still keep blaming the fan bases.
No, because why is it? It worked for them. I think it's an algorithm thing. Nah, we got to support, dog. I'll put a Miami video out. And that job take 4 days to get just to 1,000, dog.
Yeah, dog. It's an algorithm thing, dog. I've came to the conclusion that YouTube is that I don't even. We'll talk about this behind the scenes, but we'll talk about it.
Talking about nothing. Y'all, I need y'all boy to click that thing, let it play, put it on your kid iPad, and let them watch that while y'all driving to the store, man. Know what I'm saying? Let your boy get that view. Don't be messing with y'all, man. Hey, I'm out of here, man. Call me as soon as you log out.
All right. Hey, man, we're still talking, man. Come on back in here, light-skinned brother. He was still, look at him, man. He done got in his light-skinned feelings, man. What you about to say? You ain't even say nothing. What you about to say? Some Arsenio Hall shit. Peace, so.
Why you doing me like that, bro? Can you hear me?
Thought you were done, dog. Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah,
you can see me?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah. Make it big.
Bye.
There you go. Holla at me, man. Yo, man, listen, hit the like button for us, man. We probably had 400, 500 people come through here. Nice little show today. Hit the like button for us, man. real fast, we catch up on Nyckoles Harbor won't be attending the Legends Camp. They heard they got a track meet. What else? Brandon Inniss commits to Ohio State. That's Carnell Tate and Brandon Inniss, 2 in a row. Rashada's on the hook. Miami's looking good with Rashada. What else? That's about it. James Williams may be asked to play down linebacker, but James ain't going for it, so don't look forward to seeing James going down. But people in the camp are starting to believe. The rumblings are starting to get to him that, hey man, you may get drafted higher if you go down. We may be without Jacoby for the first 2 games. Bonehead kid stuff. Listen, I mean, it's nothing like last year. We was out Rooster for the first 6 games. You know what I'm saying? So maybe without Jacoby, wide receiver, for the first 2 games. We'll talk about that probably in the group meet. And listen, for everybody's asking how to join. How do you join? How do you become part? I'm gonna show you right now before y'all get out of here. How do you join? Because that's where the Alonzo Highsmith interview is. That's where the Warren Sapp interview is. If you're looking at the screen, the join button is right here. I don't know. Can y'all see this? I see y'all can see me point. I don't know, but the join button is right under the share button. Join right there. Or you can always click the logo where it has the subscribers at. Click the logo where it has subscribers, and then it's going to take you to our main page. And in the right-hand corner, you see a join button. It's only $4.99 to be a member, dog. You get access to the member group meet, chop it up with us all night, all day long. You get access to information early. It's only $4.99. If you want to be a silver member, where they get elite information to be a silver member. You want to be a silver member, and I think we have a platinum member now. Which, if you want a platinum member, can attend Caneville shows, and that's for the real football field fans. Real football field fans. But you can attend Caneville shows. You can be a part of Caneville live shows. You get access to things of that nature. So check it out, man. That's how you join. I'm D. I'm going to put all this stuff in the description, man. I appreciate y'all, and I'm out of here. Oh, yeah. 786-459-499, IOD Squad. Don't put up something tomorrow you could do today, because the rest of your life could be seconds away. I know y'all love when I say that. D, man. I'm